The alarm goes off at exactly 7 a.m. She wakes up to the feeling of self-loathing and very little satisfaction she has for her life. This is the same day every day, same as last week, same as yesterday, same as tomorrow, and same as next week. Over and over again. She hits the alarm bell and turns it off. Whilst rubbing her crusty eyes and burying her head under a pillow, she thinks randomly about anything and everything, and her thoughts are not welcome here. A song she once sang as a toddler is playing along in unison, like a record which has been played far too many times and to the brink of infinity. Morning. This is morning. She finds her last scrap of dignity and motivation and gets out of her empty bed. She walks into her bathroom, turns on the tap, and splashes her face with the cold water and the feeling of a sudden rush of realization. The woman catches her unfamiliar reflection in the mirror and thinks, I do not recognize this person I see standing before me anymore. This is morning, and the same morning every day, over and over again. She brushes her teeth and feels the tough brittles of her required toothbrush swishing across from side to side within her dry mouth. No feeling or thought is required, just motionless and oblivious. This is boredom, and the same boredom, and the same morning, over and over again. She washes her face with a feeble smelling like soap, and remembers the infamous last words of a former boyfriend. These weren't just his last words. They were swishing around in his mouth, like mouthwash does, and almost sounding like a guillotine does as it bids its victim's head a final goodbye, unsudden and swift, cold and blue. She grabs a white towel, dries her face, and still doesn't recognize this person she sees standing before her. The woman then grabs her work clothes and slips herself into a false sense of security. She reaches for her makeup bag, applying all the necessary jargon that is required to present a woman who is seemingly not falling apart. On goes the foundation, covering up all her little imperfections and flaws. Next goes mascara, brushing manipulatively against every single possible eyelash and the sound of a clock ticking fast. She then reaches for a hairbrush and brushes every single strand of hair belonging to a woman who is supposed to have a sense of direction and focus. She walks out of the bathroom, down the stairs, and into the hallway. She then puts on her high heels because she is a woman who is required to stand upright and strong with her head held high. Never a fault, for she is the image of a woman who is supposed to be fine and in control of her life. She opens the door and finally lets herself out into the big, scary, wide world and to the unknown truth of it all. The woman closes the door behind her and locks it, just like one tries to do with their dirty secrets weighing heavily upon their shoulders. She turns around and faces her monotonous day ahead. She walks the required walk that she is supposed to do and that she is obligated to do. This is morning, and the same morning, over and over again, day in, day out, over and over again. This is the sudden sound of a large thwack as Eid rock presence is presented, and the God-forsaken truth of it all is was seen before her. This is her life, every day, and for the same day, over and over again. This is the boredom, the predictability of it all, and the feeling of knowing only too well that this is her life, and it is ticking away at seconds at a time. This is morning. God damn it. This is morning. All over again.